Did you guys know that Match.com is one of the only websites that actually lists if you are a sex offender?
I do.
Wow, the only...
Well, they screen for it.
They screen for it, but this is the thing. The other ones actually just ask you. Like, they'll ask you and you have to say, have you been convicted or are you a felon? But they can lie. They can just say no. Whereas Match actually checks and they make sure, they screen you.
Yeah, that's good.
Which I'm sure for so many people makes them feel so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
So there was a news story from ProPublica and Columbia Journalism Investigations, and they said that this is the reason why you actually should be extra careful. Because if you're not on a site that doesn't actually screen, somebody could be lying to you.
Right.
How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, it's scary.
Right?
But isn't there like a national website where you can actually look up the name? Because
that's if they give you the real name too.
Yes.
Well, that is true,
I
but
have a website for you because when I heard that, it scared me. Now I don't use dating websites obviously anymore. I'm married, but I had no idea, and I was like, it's like a jungle out there, and it makes you realize that you have to trust yourself. You can't depend on somebody else to give you the information. But you can trust me right now because I'm going to tell you this website. So you can do your own background check to see if someone's a registered sex offender. You can go to the U.S. Department of National Justice National Security Offender Public website, www.nsopw.gov. Look for yourself. Don't depend on someone else.
You need that real name.
Well, that's why you should take, I mean, for me, I took time. When I was dating online, I took time, and I had steps, you know what I mean?
Yes.
First I would talk to them on the application, the app. I would talk to them like 2 or 3 weeks just to see, because, you know, sometimes it could slip, like, and then I started texting them. You know, once I felt comfortable, I have 2 phones. But anyway, I gave them another number, so it wasn't my main number.
Play your
mommy.
So I did that for like about 2 or 3 weeks, and then that's when I really wanted to talk to them. That's the problem. A lot of people get into just texting relationships, and it's not. You need to talk to them. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear the background. I want to be able to ask questions, because that's when you can ask questions, and then they forget, and then the next week you ask that same question, see if they lying.
Yes, no, absolutely.
That's good.
Actually, one of the main spokespeople for Match says that dating apps, the point of dating apps is specifically just to stay away from each other. Your job is to meet each other, because dating apps make you feel like you're in a relationship by staying away from each other.
Right.
So it's really just the beginning step to meeting. But what I want to say is, were y'all really shocked about this? Because, I mean, I'm 40, so maybe somebody 20 wouldn't know this. I didn't know it in my maybe early 30s.
I thought they would automatically do it.
No.
Because safety is really important.
But it's not just dating apps. You meet people at bars. You meet people at grocery stores. It is your job to use the public records to check for 3 things. Number 1, definitely if they're a sex offender. Number 2, if they're married. Okay? And then 3, you can't find this in public, but I think it's important to have a real conversation about your sexual health.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Because I did a background check on James, right?
You did?
Yeah, because once I was finally comfortable, I did one on him, and one on the other guy was dating Marvin, right? Marvin. Yeah, and I had his name, his middle name, and that's all I had, right? And so he came up married 24 times. Now, that wasn't necessarily him, but it was like, because his name is like a common name, it came, so I had to like research those 24 people to see. Now, James only had 2, but James never been married, so it's another name. So it's like, but it's good to do a background check with whoever.
You're responsible for yourself. What the hell?
You can find, if you're an attorney, you can find an attorney friend. They can do the check for you. That's what you need to do.
Smart.
I do my own, because I'm like,
same. You didn't catch
I
my
actually think this is so important. If you have children and you're dating, like Lonnie always says, everyone deserves to have love, even women that have children. You just want to make sure that you're being safe. So this is super important to get
And I really
out there.
do think, Jeannie, I don't know how you feel about this. You and I both dating.
I've been single,
We
were out in them streets. Don't you forget it.
But these apps and things, I think that they could do something a little bit more to help protect women.
Protect us,
Especially if you're paying for the service. If you are paying for the service, I think the application, the app needs to take responsibility to make sure that their clients, you know, are safe.